In this module, we will review scientific writing and academic language. Scientific writing often expresses complex ideas and data. In this module, you will study the language used in scientific writing to make sure that readers are able to understand and interpret your data and findings. This is ideal for both social scientists and also people in departments like biology or chemistry, anybody who's writing papers in English. The language of a scientist. If you are writing research papers, dissertations, articles, or anything that might be submitted to a journal, you know that the language used in science is very specific and it's different from any other language. Science is filled with complicated procedures, processes, data, and results. To make sure that your readers understand your message, it is important to be clear with the language you use. We're going to explain different ways to make your writing more clear. Finding your voice, using the active voice in writing. Strong verbs allow readers to understand who is doing the action within the sentence. Passive verbs that are used in the passive voice hide the subject and might confuse readers. For example, this sentence uses the active voice. The candidate believes that Congress must place a ceiling on the budget. They're referring to not an actual ceiling, but cutting off the budget. The verbs believes and must place are strong verbs here in the active voice. The subject, which is the candidate, is right in the beginning of the sentence, and it is clear who is doing what in this sentence. So how do you write in the active voice? Here are some tips and strategies for converting sentences from the passive to the active voice. The first sentence is passive. It says, "It was earlier demonstrated that heart attacks can be caused by high stress." You will notice that there is a by phrase in this sentence, which is by high stress. When you rewrite the sentence, put the subject buried by this by clause closer to the beginning of the sentence. After that, it will be followed by the verb. If the subject of the sentence is somewhat anonymous, you can use a general term for the subject, such as researchers or the study or experts in this field. The passive sentence changes to, "Researchers earlier showed that high stress can cause heart attacks." This is more clear, showing who the subject is and what exactly they're doing. The next piece of advice is to make sentences short and clear so that your readers understand the main ideas in your paper. Culturally, it is acceptable in Portuguese to use long sentences that are complicated with long ideas and many commas. However, in English, people are more direct in their speech. They will use shorter sentences with less commas. Take some time to read the two sentences on this slide. Look at where the commas are in the connecting words and see how you can change the sentences to contain the same ideas, but just in shorter, more easily readable sentences. Short sentences. As we said before, in English, it is more acceptable to use shorter sentences. They are more easily to follow, and they will help you get those complex ideas out to your readers. When in doubt, cut out extra words and use periods to divide up sentences when you have a comma. Next, in this module, you will have a chance to use the active voice and make sentences shorter and more clear. You will find that in the module in Moodle under Practice. Make these sentences more clear. After that, you will read a short PowerPoint on flow and style and how to use transition words in English. Transitional words will help you connect your sentences and sound like a native speaker. Then you will have an activity where you read definitions of academic words provided. You can practice writing sentences with these words and apply these words to your own papers and/or research. If you would like more information on using the active voice or making your writing concise, here are some references that you can look at for more information.